Hello, it's just me. And if you're on here, I apologize because I'm not planning on staying on very long. I just wanted to do some quick tests. Tests. How do I look? Do I look pretty? I think so. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. I had to mess around with some of the settings in my webcam, and I'm not sure how well they turned out, but I guess I will look at it after the fact and see right then and there. I'm not on here really just kind of testing audio levels and making sure that my intro music is okay and that my volume here is okay and not too loud. And that I'm not peaking, which I shouldn't be, but we'll see. Yeah, other than that, not a whole hell of a lot going on other than the fact that it's cold outside. Like horribly, terribly, no good, very bad cold. Probably should test out my graphics. Oh, there they are. That's this, here, and then here. Oops, there you go, right there. So it's whatever was Kevin, and this is Kevin, who's this guy. Any hoozles. Yeah, no, that's about it. It's cold where I live. Hope it's not cold by where you live. And if it is, I hope it's not as cold as it is where I am. Because right now it's like, shit. Like almost 20 below with the wind chill of like 40 below, somewhere around there. Like terrible cold. All right, I can get off these graphics. I don't need them anymore. It's just testing them out. I suppose I could talk about something, huh? Maybe I should talk about something interesting. What is interesting? Let's check out the old headlines real quick. That's horrible. I don't want to go over that. Oh my God, none of this is good, happy news. Why not? Because if it's on the news, it's not good and happy now, is it? Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if any of you have heard, but there's a show called Empire, and there's an actor on there. And anyways, they filmed the show in Chicago, and apparently they're in the middle of shooting a new season or episodes. And one of the stars was allegedly attacked, walking back from getting food at like 2 a.m. and I don't know, some terrible things. And a lot of things have been in question. But apparently now cops spot 2 persons of interest on surveillance video. So that's a good thing, right? Hopefully. Because if everything that's been reported about that situation is true, it's freaking terrible. Freaking terrible. Thinking. Okay. Wow, there's like really no good news. Oh. Dear God, there's got to be something that's not so terrible. Probably not, though. Let's be realistic. If it was good news, it wouldn't be on here because people wouldn't want to watch it. Everyone loves a good train wreck, am I right? Right. Oh, here we go. Here's a story that's worth reading, perchance. Here's the headline. We need peace and we need good relations, says Steven Seagal, 66, as he addresses his links to Russia as he reveals Vladimir Putin is a friend. Well, that's the last thing we need is Steven Seagal and Vladimir Putin teaming up against the U.S. We'd be totally screwed. My God, what did that man do to his hair? Holy crap. Trying to think if there's a way I can show this to you without. Well, I'll have to do that another time. I don't want to get in trouble for like showing copyrighted material. But if you haven't seen a picture of Steven Seagal in the last like I don't know 3 years, go on Google and just type in his name and do a recent search for images. It's really interesting. You should do that right now. You should just open another browser and go and look at that because that's interesting. Anyways, That's a terrible thought. Probably won't go there. Um, where are we? So, wow. Oh no. So let's see. You know what? Let's just read the terrible headlines because it's what's out there, right? At least 7 people die as temperatures as low as -42 wreak havoc across the Midwest, with more than 2,500 flights canceled, postal services halted, and even a Michigan town named Hell has literally frozen over. That's actually kind of funny. But could you imagine living in a town that's actually named Hell? Like people ask, where do you live? I live in Hell. And you wouldn't be lying. That's pretty good. I like that. Let's see. Howard Schultz, if you don't know who that is, he is the former CEO of Starbucks. He apparently had to delete a tweet linking to a column which called Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas and blames an aide for posting it. Sure. It was an aide. For you techies out there, Facebook kills off creepy research app that paid kids as young as 13 to harvest their data after Apple bans it, but Android version is still available. So actually, let's see if it actually has a name of that. See if I can warn you. Does it say what it's called? It has been advertising. So apparently it's been advertised quite regularly. I cannot speak today on Snapchat and Instagram, and it's called Onavo, Onavo, and it's a VPN. I don't know if that is. You should probably get off the internet. But anyways, apparently if you have this Onavo VPN app, you should get rid of it because it's not good. So that's that. Alrighty. Sorry, I'm just trying to quickly read the headline, scan through it to see if it's worth reading, and oh, that's not okay. We'll read that one. Virginia governor, or the governor of Virginia, is under fire for endorsing a post-birth abortion after lawmaker proposed bill allowing termination during labor. That's someone who really hates children. All right? I think so. Lindsey Graham tells FBI to explain why they arrested Roger Stone in pre-dawn raid with guns drawn and asks whether CNN were told it was happening. Well, of course they were told it was happening. They were the only ones there and they had their camera crews out. So of course they knew. Silly Lindsey Graham. Oh my God, Donald Trump, he's just a gift that keeps on giving. So Trump delivers astonishing insult to his naive top intelligence chiefs as he tells them to go back to school after they contradicted him on Iran, North Korea, and ISIS. Let's see, another headline here would be historian goes viral after telling billionaires at Davos to stop preaching about philanthropy and solve inequality by paying their taxes. Amen. But again, that's not going to solve the tax problem. I don't know how familiar you are with the whole tax situation and about the super rich and how much money they have, but I can guarantee you that if you were to take all these super rich people who are worth $1 billion plus and tax them through the nose, it would literally pay for like 3% of our taxes. So there's that. Anyways. Oh, that's interesting. Rob Lowe gets political. Who saw that coming? So Rob Lowe blessed college's decision to scrap the Pledge of Allegiance because of its links to white nationalism. I'm going to click on that one because it seems like there's something to unwrap there. So the college itself decided to end reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, and that college would be Santa Barbara City College. And it said it wanted to discontinue the use of the pledge of the U.S. flag at meetings as the pledge itself is quote unquote steeped. I keep hitting my little stand here. I apologize. It is steeped in expressions of white nationalism. I mean, I'm all for moving forward in this world and in our lives and, you know, doing away with the bad and moving on to good and new and better things. But how is the Pledge of Allegiance a white nationalism thing? I don't get that part. So good on Rob Lowe. Didn't think those words ever be coming to my mouth. But okay, very good. Now, where were we? What? A secret underground tunnel leading to a bank is uncovered by a sinkhole, sparking FBI hunt for would-be robber. Ain't that some shit? Imagine going through the trouble of digging an underground tunnel in hopes to rob a bank one day and then have your entire plan exposed by a sinkhole. Oh, that's actually a little too funny. That's no, don't care about that. Don't care about that. I think everyone saw this one coming. United States Postal Service suspended mail delivery in 9 states as deep freeze hits the Midwest and government officials warn of the deadly public health risk. Well, that's nothing new. It's so cold. How cold is it? That in parts of Minnesota, they are not allowed to actually deliver beer because it will freeze inside the trucks thanks to the deadly winter storm. That's actually pretty funny. Okay, here's an honest question. How much would you be willing to ever pay for a home? Say money was no object. Say you're Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates and you've got billions and billions of dollars and $100 million to you is like nothing. How much would you actually pay to live in any house? House, condo, high-rise, penthouse, whatever, in downtown city? The reason why I ask is because there's a headline on here. It says the penthouse that is set to become San Francisco's, God, these people have to really work on their grammar, most expensive home. Lavish 4-bed, it's only a 4-bedroom, 6-bath home on top of a 600-foot skyscraper is on sale for $41 million. That is a lot of money for a 4-bedroom, 6-bath. No, I get it. It's in San Francisco. I get it. I'm sure it's downtown. I get it's on top of it's a penthouse of this building and it probably has beautiful views. But $41 million? That is obscene, even for someone like a billionaire. Though it does have a giant lap pool, or pool. Lap pool? Pool. I don't know. That's actually kind of crazy. So maybe it's a little nicer than I thought. But still, 4-bedroom? Come on. Get at least 5 bedrooms for that kind of money, right? Not going to talk about El Chapo. No, you know, don't care. Boy, some of these headlines are just kind of getting silly. Sorry if you saw my face. It's because I saw some terrible, terrible headline, and I don't really want to repeat it because it's terrible. But let's just say it ends in the death of a 14-year-old girl. Couldn't imagine that. So, who thinks we should go to war with Venezuela? Venezuela? Blah, 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 blah. Cannot speak. Who thinks we should go to war? Not this guy. But we're getting closer because apparently there's talks of sending troops down towards the border. Because that's a good idea. Not of the border of the U.S., down in South America, like 10, 15,000 troops. No. I can't say that enough. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. 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 Nah. Yeah, no. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to change my resolution on here so it looked better on YouTube. Whatever. I'll do that for next time. Because I forgot I could totally do that. Oprah celebrates her birthday in St. Bart's aboard David Geffen of Geffen Records, or formerly of Geffen Records. I don't know if Geffen Records even exists. On his $300 million mega yacht. I'm all for people doing whatever they can, making their own money, doing their own thing in life, and enjoying their rewards for the work they've done. But to buy a $300 million boat seems a bit excessive to me. But I digress. What? What? Huh? What? I have no idea. So, someone's attacking the Trump administration, which isn't hard to do. But apparently, they are attacking them because, well, I'll just read you the headline. It said, "What happened to our park is irreparable. Heartbreaking images show destruction of Joshua Tree National Park during the shutdown. As officials warn, it might take 300 years to recover." Now, don't quote me because I don't know the exact dates of the shutdown, but I'm pretty sure it was like 34 days or something like that, right? So what could have happened in 34 days that would take 3 centuries to recover from just because there wasn't national park people there? I don't get it. I mean, I'm no fan of Trump, but I seriously wouldn't throw that onto his pile. Oh, funny fact. I looked into it because I heard someone talking about it and I thought it was BS. I can barely get the words out. If you currently look up, I think it's on Ballotpedia, they have like all official records and they go and they search all the archives and all the you know, offices for what have you, for like records and everything for like when people run for office and they file to run for office. Well, as of January 27th, which is now what, 3 days ago? Today, I don't know, what is today? 30th. So 3 days ago, as of 3 days ago, the my goodness, the FEC has already recorded that 483 people have filed to run in 2020. Now, I'm sure many of those are wannabes, never gonna be's, quacks, but they've actually gotten the requirement signatures and funds to file to run for president in 2020. 483 people. We are still nearly 22 months out from the election. What kind of crap show is this going to be? I can't take 6 months of this, let alone 22 months of this. Am I the only one who's already getting anxiety about this? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the one funny thing about, not to get political, but the one funny thing about Howard Schultz kind of talking now that he's going to run or planning on or whatever, it actually really got under the skin of Michael Bloomberg, and that kind of makes me happy because I don't really like that guy. Because apparently he was going to be the independent candidate, and now, you know, Schultz kind of got out ahead of him and has this big name and all this money behind him and publicity, and so now he's probably going to be the candidate. And that's actually another funny thing. I've heard that a lot of, I don't even know where to look. I'm looking at this screen up here, blah, blah. And that the Democrats are upset at Schultz because they're afraid that if he runs, it's going to cause Trump to be reelected, which I do believe there's an outside truth to that. And I can understand that there's concern, but considering we're 22 months out, they shouldn't panic too much. If they actually put up a good candidate, it won't matter. If they actually put up like, I don't even know who's good, but there's got to be a good candidate for the Democrats out there. I mean, it can't be that hard to beat Trump. But, and actually, I don't know, again, Howard Schultz, I don't know him very well. I don't really know what his stances are, but the fact of the little bit that I've heard of him so far, 1 or 2 speeches that he's talked about in the last week about his stances, I got to give him credit. Like, he really stuck it to the Democrats because the Democrats have gotten so far left, which is okay if that's the way you think, but for the average Democrat, they don't think that way anymore. Or they don't think, I mean, the younger ones do, but most of the middle-aged to older Democrats are much more centrist nowadays compared to what the progressives are. So, you know, his stance is that, you know, he understands the enthusiasm and the ideas and, you know, Medicare for all and free education for all, which I like as well. But unfortunately, you got to find a way to pay for it. And until you do, it's not really a feasible thing. So he thinks that they're kind of off the wall, or kind of going too close to the edge, and they're going to alienate themselves from too many people. So he's more of a centrist. So you know, I think he actually has a leg up right now over everybody else. But it could, you know, who knows? We'll see as time goes on. Again, there's really no good headlines. 6 times 9 plus 6. What? 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 I don't even know what I'm laughing at. It's just a silly headline. So I'm just going to read it to you, and maybe you'll see why I giggled. Apparently, this is Rob Gronkowski being interviewed at Media Day for the Super Bowl, like today, I guess, or something, maybe yesterday, I don't know. But it says, apparently he was speaking with or answering a question from a female reporter. And he says, what's 6 times 9 plus 6 plus 9? Patriots star Rob Gronkowski draws criticism for giving a sexually suggestive answer to a retirement question and singling out a female reporter to say she knows the number. It's just, I don't know if that guy's got hit in the head a few too many times, or if he just doesn't give a fuck. I don't really know. I don't know if there's anyone out here who's going to see this who actually cares about sports or football. But did anyone watch the NFC Championship game and see what happened towards the end of that game with the horrible, terrible no call against, or not against, the Rams defensive player who smashed the Saints receiver trying to catch the ball? And it was obviously a very blatant pass interference and whatever, and they didn't call it, and it didn't cost the Saints the game, but the Saints would have won the game. It had 99% chance they would have won the game had they gotten that call, because they could have run the clock out and kicked the game-winning field goal. Now, I'm not into conspiracy theories. I mean, I believe that there conspiracies happen and what have you, but it's so bizarre because they went ahead and I forget who did this, but someone went and picked apart like who the officials are for the game. And I think there was 6 or 7 officials for the playoff game. I can't remember. Maybe it's 7. And 4 of them were all people who live in California, and more importantly, 3 of those 4 live within LA, which again, you know, it's a coincidence. People live in LA and in the area, but it's kind of peculiar. But then the guy I forget his name. I apologize. But the actual official who was standing right there, literally, I think he was about 15 feet looking directly at the hit, who made the no call. He is not only a resident of LA, he's a former LA Rams player. Just saying. Not saying, I'm just saying. That's pretty messed up. Pretty messed up if there's any truth to that. What? Okay, this is going to be the last headline I'm going to give you because I'm running out of steam going through these headlines, but I'm just going to read it to you. We're going to leave it there. It has a picture of Tom Brady and I guess his wife. Well, him, and then a separate picture of an inset of him and his wife. And it says, 25 glasses of water a day, special recovery pajamas, and a strict vegan diet. How Tom Brady went from unwanted draft pick to the greatest NFL player ever, ahead of another Super Bowl appearance. That's a lot of water to drink in a day. I mean, I'm not even going to bring up the special recovery pajamas because I don't want to know. But 25 glasses of water a day? I struggle having 3 or 4. I tell you. Okay, I guess I should ask this because being on YouTube, because I'm actually not on Twitch right now. I decided not to stream at Twitch right now. It says, there's a headline here. I know I said the last one was going to be the last one, but I just saw this one right here. It says, Xbox One users melt down as Xbox Live crashes and leaves thousands of players worldwide stuck on a black screen after turning their consoles on. Anyone experience this today? Anybody? I mean, I didn't. I don't have a gaming console, but... Interesting. Alrighty, we should probably get away from the headlines because they're not going to add to much. And actually, again, today was just kind of a test stream, sort of thing. Oh, I don't even know. But yes, it is cold outside where I live. And if it's cold where you live, I hope that you please make sure to stay warm, stay bundled up, all that good stuff, because it's kind of dangerous outside if you go outside, depending upon where you live. I mean, hell, if you're in California, it's probably 60 degrees, and we all hate you. Not hate you. We're just jealous. Or Florida, or somewhere along those lines. But really, that's about it, I think. Because I did a little test run also yesterday, and I tested the desktop audio, and that came through just fine. So I have no problem with that. Tested graphics, tested cameras. I could test the other cameras now just to see if they show up. Oop. Oop. And back to me. Oh, okay, they're all good. My cameras are working, my lights are working, my magical green screen is working. So I think we're all good. 0 drop frames and low CPU usage. So it's working good. All right, everybody. I'm going to get the heck out of here. You stay warm. You be good. And it's Wednesday. So not sure if anyone's got work tomorrow. I probably am going to work, but not until the nighttime. So, but if you have to go to work in the morning, I feel sorry for you. Unless you live in California, then piss off. All right, everybody. Have a good night.